Let me ask you a direct question. Are you over 40 and feel like something has changed in your body? Like the energy you had at 25 has simply disappeared? Your motivation has dropped? Your results in the gym have vanished? You wake up tired even after 8 hours of sleep, and your libido isn't even a shadow of what it used to be? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then what I'm about to reveal in the next few minutes could literally change the trajectory of your life. Because the problem isn't you, the problem isn't your age, and it definitely isn't that your body is broken beyond repair. The problem is that there's information that has been systematically hidden from you for decades, and today, in this video, I'm going to put it right in front of you in a clear, simple, and free way. And the most absurd part of all this is that the solution costs less than $2. That's right, $2. So stay with me because this content builds from beginning to end and every minute matters. Let's start by understanding what's really happening inside your body. Testosterone isn't just the hormone of virility, as the media likes to simplify. It's the hormone of building muscle, building bone, building mental focus, building sustained energy, building self-confidence. When it's high and functioning, you feel like the world is within your reach. When it drops, it's like someone cut the power to the entire building. Everything works at half capacity. And science confirms this brutally. Men over 40 lose on average 1% of their total testosterone per year. It sounds small, but in 10 years, you've lost 10%. In 20 years, 20%. And many men lose far more than that because of factors I'm about to explain. The biggest problem isn't aging itself. The problem is the modern environment conspiring against your hormones in ways you've never imagined. I'm going to list the biggest silent testosterone killers, and I want you to pay close attention because you're probably exposed to several of them right now. The first is chronic cortisol. Cortisol is the stress hormone, and it has a directly inverse relationship with testosterone. The more cortisol circulating in your blood chronically, the less testosterone is produced. And the modern lifestyle, with constant notifications, debt, professional pressure, complicated relationships, and no time for yourself, keeps cortisol elevated almost all day. That alone is enough to destroy your hormonal production. The second saboteur is sleep deprivation. Did you know that 70% of your daily testosterone is produced while you sleep, especially in the deepest stages? Every hour of sleep you take away from your body is less testosterone being produced. A study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association showed that healthy young men who slept only 5 hours per night for a week experienced a 10 to 15% drop in testosterone. 1 week. Imagine what years of poor sleep do to you. The third saboteur is the most surprising and also the most ignored: exposure to xenoestrogens. These are synthetic chemical compounds that mimic estrogen in your body and are in almost everything around you. They're in the plastics you use to heat your food in the microwave, in personal care products with parabens and phthalates, in pesticides covering non-organic vegetables, in the unfiltered water you drink, in the plastic containers you store your food in. These compounds enter your bloodstream, bind to hormone receptors, and confuse your endocrine system, making your body produce less testosterone and convert more of it into estrogen. A researcher named Dr. Shanna Swan published an alarming study showing that sperm counts in Western countries have dropped more than 50% over the last 40 years. 50%. And xenoestrogens are pointed out as one of the main culprits. The fourth saboteur is industrialized food, rich in processed vegetable oils, refined sugar, and high glycemic carbohydrates, which create chronic systemic inflammation. And chronic inflammation, like cortisol, directly suppresses testosterone production in Leydig cells, which are the cells in your testicles responsible for producing the hormone. Now that you understand the enemies, let's talk about what the pharmaceutical industry would prefer you never knew, because the hormone replacement therapy market moves billions of dollars every year. And I'm not saying TRT is always unnecessary or harmful, because there are cases where it's genuinely indicated and life-saving. But I am saying there is a huge financial incentive for you to never discover that you can restore your testosterone naturally in a significant way, because once you do, you stop being a recurring customer of the industry. What they don't want you to know is that your body, in most cases, still has the full capacity to produce optimized levels of testosterone. It's just being sabotaged, and when you remove the saboteurs and give your body the right tools, it responds in a surprising way. And one of those tools costs less than $2 and is available in any market in the world. But before revealing exactly what this tool is, you need to understand the science behind it so you don't think this is nonsense. You need to understand the full cycle. Testosterone is synthesized from cholesterol. Yes, the same cholesterol the media has demonized for decades. Cholesterol is the precursor, the raw material. Without adequate cholesterol, there is no testosterone. Cholesterol turns into pregnenolone, which turns into DHEA, which eventually turns into testosterone. And for each of these steps to happen efficiently, the body needs specific cofactors, vitamins and minerals that act as catalysts for these biochemical reactions. And the most critical of these cofactors, the one most modern men are deficient in, and the one directly linked to testosterone production, is zinc. Zinc isn't just a mineral. For the male hormonal system, zinc is literally the guardian of testosterone. It works on 3 different levels simultaneously. On the first level, zinc is an essential enzymatic cofactor for testosterone synthesis inside Leydig cells. Without zinc, the cellular machinery that produces testosterone simply doesn't operate at full capacity. On the second level, zinc inhibits the aromatase enzyme, which is responsible for converting testosterone into estrogen. When you have enough zinc, less of your testosterone is wasted being converted into estrogen. On the third level, zinc regulates the sex hormone binding globulin, SHBG, which binds to testosterone and makes it unavailable to your receptors. With optimized zinc levels, more of your testosterone remains free and biologically active. 3 different mechanisms, all pointing in the same direction, more functional testosterone in your body. And what is this $2 food that delivers zinc in a bioavailability that supplements often don't even come close to? Pumpkin seeds. That's right, pumpkin seeds. A 30-gram serving, which you can buy for cents anywhere, contains approximately 2.5 to 3 milligrams of highly bioavailable zinc, along with magnesium, another critical mineral for testosterone production, omega-6 fatty acids in the form of linoleic acid, and quality plant protein. But pumpkin seeds don't work alone in this equation. They're part of a protocol, and it's this complete protocol I want to give you now, because the details make the difference. Before continuing, I need to ask you something very important. If this content is useful to you, click the subscribe button on this channel right now and turn on notifications. I publish in-depth content every week about men's health, hormones, and performance, and I don't want you to miss any videos. Subscribing is free, takes 2 seconds, and can mean years of extra health and vitality in your life. Click now while you remember. Thank you. Continuing, the protocol I call the 3 roots method works because it targets the 3 fundamental pillars of male hormonal production at the same time. The first pillar is precision nutrition, the second is cortisol regulation, and the third is sleep optimization. Let's break each down. In the precision nutrition pillar, pumpkin seeds act as the anchor of the protocol, but they need allies. The first ally is magnesium, and the most bioavailable forms are magnesium glycinate or taurate. Studies show men with higher magnesium levels tend to have higher total and free testosterone. Magnesium acts directly on the hypothalamic pituitary gonal axis, which is the communication system between your brain and your testicles that signals testosterone production. It also improves deep sleep quality, creating a multiplier effect, because more deep sleep means more testosterone produced at night. The second ally is vitamin D3, which is technically a steroid hormone, not a vitamin, and acts directly on Leydig cell receptors stimulating testosterone production. A 2011 meta-analysis published in the Journal of Hormones and Behavior found a direct correlation between vitamin D levels in men and testosterone levels in men. And most men living in less sunny countries or working indoors or constantly using sunscreen have chronic vitamin D deficiency. The third nutritional ally is quality saturated and monounsaturated fats. Remember when I said cholesterol is the raw material for testosterone? Studies show diets with adequate fat support higher testosterone levels compared to low-fat diets. The best foods here are whole eggs with yolks, grass-fed red meat, avocado, extra virgin olive oil, and coconut. And the fourth and surprising ally is organ meat. Liver, kidney, and heart are the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet. Beef liver, for example, contains zinc, vitamin B12, preformed vitamin A, copper, and coenzyme Q10 in concentrations far higher than any other food. Traditional civilizations that ate nose to tail had constant access to this nutritional profile. Modern society throws away the most nutrient parts. In the cortisol regulation pillar, the key isn't eliminating stress, because that's impossible, but creating deliberate periods of nervous system recovery throughout the day. Cortisol has a natural rhythm. It should be high in the morning to wake you up and give you energy, and gradually drop throughout the day, reaching its lowest at night. The modern problem is that cortisol stays elevated all day due to constant stimulation.